Hey guys, so as you can tell from the title of this video, it is actually book haul time again, and I know you're probably thinking, but Luke, you just did a book haul. Well, I have nothing to say to that because I've gone and done another one, and I have another one waiting, so this is it. The difference this time is that it's actually going to be a very specific book haul, as I recently read The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I gave this book 5 stars and I really enjoyed it, and it actually got me thinking about what other modern writers have used Greek mythology in more recent fiction, and I was surprised that there actually wasn't a lot of it. There is a lot, and I mean a lot, of YA involving the subject, but not too much involving adult fiction. I did find a few, however, and a lot of them were actually from different genres, so that was interesting, and I'm just going to get to the haul. First we have The Athenian Murders by Jose Carlos Somoza. Now this one is actually a detective murder story set in Olympus with the gods as characters. It involves a modern translator transcribing an ancient text, and then that is the plot of the novel. The part that impressed me though was that there are actually footnotes written by the translator as he's transcribing the novel, and apparently another story starts to take place in the footnotes, and I thought that sounded really interesting. It definitely sounded very clever, so I'm going to give this one a go. Next we have The Lost Books of the Odyssey by Zachary Mason. Now this was actually a used book and I got this for £2, and as you can see it is in perfect condition and I just love the look of it, to be honest. But this is a book that is made up of 44 retellings of Homer's Odyssey, and some of them are continuations, some of them take place in different alternate universes, and it just sounded really interesting. And the reviews have actually been really good for it, so I'm looking forward to that one. The next one is Black Ships by Joe Graham. This is actually kind of cheating, as this is the first in the series, and this one takes place in Egypt, but there is one later in the series that takes place during the Battle of Troy. What drew me to these is it's the same character in each novel in each time period, because I think the main character reincarnates as the series goes on, and I thought that was a very unique idea, and I'm looking forward to that one. Next we have 2 books in the Canongate Myths series. There's quite a few books of these, but these 2 deal specifically with Greek fiction. We have Jeanette Winterson's Wait, which deals with the myth of Atlas and Hercules, and then Margaret Atwood's The Penelopiad, which deals with Penelope during the Battle of Troy, which sound really interesting. There are actually 2 more in this series that deal with Greek fiction, and they are called The Helmet of Horror and Girl Meets Boy, I believe. If I enjoy these 2, I shall definitely be picking up those 2 as well. Next we have Troy by David Gemmell, and this is called Lord of the Silver Bow. This is what I would refer to as more of a manly swords and sandals epic type war book. And this is actually the first in the trilogy, and I love these covers, but number 2 and number 3 don't have these covers. I mean, what's that about? There are a few other books like this out there, but this is the one that seemed to have the best reviews and seemed to focus more aspect on the gods instead of simply just the war. I've never actually read anything like this, but I'm going to give it a go, and since I'm a man, maybe I'll feel manly after reading it. Who knows? Probably not. The last one we have is Dan Simmons' Ilium. Now this is a huge book. This one is actually also high science fiction, which leaves me with a little trepidation as it's not a genre that I really usually read. This one does sound interesting though, and it deals with the subject matter of the Iliad but gives it a science fiction twist. So while this is definitely the one that I'm most worried in a way about reading, it's definitely one of the more interesting ones that I found out there. So that is the end of my extremely specific haul. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you maybe found something that you think you could enjoy also. As always, if you have read any of the books that I have mentioned here today, leave me a little comment below and tell me what you thought, and I will see you soon for another video. Goodbye!